I want to understand if we can actually qualify evolution as a scientific theory. Obviously, we're speaking about macroevolution. Can this be qualified as a scientific theory?
Well, we can take Darwin's words himself to answer that question. Darwin himself said that his ideas on evolution are entirely based and totally dependent on Elias' geological speculations, which have since been disproved by cutting-edge sedimentology. In a letter, with regards to whether it's true science or not, his theory, in a letter to Asa Gray, he wrote, quote, "I am quite conscious that my speculations run beyond the bounds of true science. It is a mere rag of an hypothesis with as many flaws and holes as sound parts." Close quotes.
At least he's honest.
Now, the speculative nature of evolution, so obviously there's been about 150 to 200 years of time since Darwin published The Origins of the Species. And so we can also hear what others have had to say. And the fact of the matter is that there are, despite the very prevalent and dogmatic support that theory of evolution commands today amongst the scientific community, there are a leading and growing number of honest scientists that, following 150 years of fruitless searches for evidence that would support the theory, has spoken about the Darwin's theory. We have Dr. Ernst Chain, Nobel Prize-winning biochemistry, who helped develop penicillin in 1972. He called the theory of evolution, quote, "a very feeble attempt to understand the development of life," close quote. In another statement he made, he said, quote, "I would rather believe in fairies than in such wild speculation as Darwinian evolution," close quote. We have Louise Bonouret, professor of geology at the University of Strasbourg, say, quote, evolutionism is a fairy tale for grown-ups. This theory has helped nothing in the progress of science. It is useless," close quote. And we have Albert Fleischmann, German professor of geology, say, quote, "the Darwinian theory of descent has not a single fact to confirm it in the realm of nature. It is not the result of scientific research, but purely the product of imagination," close quote. Obviously, we don't want to appeal to authority in our discussion, but I think it's important to give a perspective on the words that Darwin himself used, but also on the words of other scientists, eminent scientists,
Sure.
that have taken a dispassionate view on the topic.
And I think this is something that's so crucial to cover, because basically, I mean, it's quite shocking, to be honest, because in most schools today, in this country, and even in, I mean, we have a brother here from India who was saying that in his education, in his biology textbooks, evolution was all over, was everywhere. So basically it's been
proclaimed as a fact.
It's proclaimed as a fact. And the thing that's quite shocking is that, I mean, as these scientists have just said, there's not a single fact which backs it up.